Mike Turlin, founder of Construction Buddies and Bentley Mental Health. I started Bentley Mental Health after suffering my own mental health issues in 2000. I'm Mike Turlin, founder of Construction Buddies and Bentley Mental Health. I started Bentley Mental Health after suffering my own mental health issues in 2009, where several times I tried to end my life and failed, which at the time I was very disappointed that I survived because I didn't want to. After giving everything else I owned away, I just didn't want to be here. Felt like no one would miss me, and there's no point in being here. A few years later, I got a tax rebate, and I was always having flash holidays and things like that, and I thought, well, what do I do with the money? So there was enough money then to buy a very cheap Bentley car. So then I've got the Bentley, which I'm one of 11, so I came from quite a poor family. So obviously to drive around a Bentley was quite amazing for me. So I had it all customised, and then I started going to all car shows. And it's all about getting attention, and the whole car is all customised white and gold, purely to get the bling effect, so people think, what the hell's that? So some think, oh God, it's horrible, but other people think, wow, amazing sort of thing. So, but it's a gimmick, just purely to get attention, to get people to look at the car and read the story and open up about their issues, which they do. But as I say, Henry and Harriet, they get so much attention at events because obviously they're lovely little teddies, and people and kids rush over to see them, and they all try to drive off in the little Bentley car. But I say, then the parents open up, and I get so many people that are big muscular guys that work on a building site, and I had one at the NEC a few weeks ago, and this big guy built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, sort of really massive muscles. And after he was talking to me, he said, "Look what you've done to me." I'm crying, and walks away. And you think they want to open up, but they just need the right circumstances and things like that to open up about the issues. I find when I talk to people at car events and other events, they're relaxed. They're not expecting to talk about mental health at car shows. All they see is a flash Bentley and think he obviously owns his own company and all that sort of stuff, and he's obviously mega rich. But I'm not. I'm just a guy that works on a building site, a project manager on a building site, which I'm doing as we speak now. And I was getting such amazing results from it. I thought, hang on, I need to do something more for guys in construction, because guys in construction is obviously, the statistics in construction is like 2 people that die commit suicide in construction. That's without the normal mental health issues that they suffer and everything else they suffer. So I started Construction Buddies, and with Construction Buddies I travel the UK again with that one. I've had all my truck all customised in the Union Jack, basically to get people to open up about their own issues again, and they do. And after people on site realise obviously what I go through, they more than volunteer about their own issues as well now, and it's quite amazing. Just not even on like LinkedIn, I get 53,000 views in 1 week on there, and that's just on LinkedIn alone. So it shows how popular Construction Buddies is becoming. That's without Bentley Mental Health and all the other domain and all the other things I'm on as well. But the idea is obviously Construction Buddies. I want to start my own charity called Broken Mind, to actually get people to actually help pay towards counselling for people that can't afford it and things like that. I decided I want to start a Broken Mind to help people at grassroots sort of thing, so that way people on building site can say, Mike, I need counselling, and I can say, contact one of my staff there, don't worry, it's paid for, or whatever. That's why the money that I go to visiting construction sites will actually be used purely for funding for free counselling for people. Sorry, and then also there's obviously like young kids in construction. I get so many people that got broken relationships, especially with youngsters these days. I had a 16-year-old kid the other week where he'd been raped and things like that. So there's so many people that want to open up. By talking to me, they feel so much better afterwards, and they thank me for talking, because they say they go to counsellors, which counsellors do a great job. But lots of times, a lot of the big organisations are only limited to like 6 sessions or 7 sessions, and then after that they get dumped. I didn't get help when I went in a mental home. I actually told them, because you're not talking to me, I want to get help. And I found I got more help by talking to people around the streets and going dancing. I took a modern jive and salsa, just to get myself a hobby to occupy my mind, so I wasn't sort of thinking all these weird stories in my head. And so then I obviously got asked to go on Great Britain News, which was quite amazing for me. They said to me, they rang me up and said, would you fancy being Great Britain of the Week? And obviously, yes. So I went there, and Lord Taylor asked me if I'd become the Prime Minister of the UK while I was on there live. I thought, yeah, okay, looking at the way the government is at the moment, yeah, I'll take the job. So I accepted. So never know, I could be the next Prime Minister of the UK the way it's going at the moment. So, but as I say, that I'm getting so much attention out there at the moment with all the different mental health things I'm doing. I'm raising money for construction youth on my Construction Buddies website, because I want to get new people into the construction industry. The reason for Construction Youth Charity was because they help people under the age of 30 get into construction. And the way the construction industry at the moment is very low on labour, because even the site I'm on, I'm struggling to get labour on site, that we need to get new people in. And by raising money for Construction Youth Charity, then obviously they get people, say, under the age of 30 back into the construction industry, sort of thing. So they help with all the training and get all the certificates and everything else they need to do the job. But we need more, but more companies need to do more. But you also find that owners of companies are suffering, not just the staff, because obviously the rising cost of materials and the labour shortage. Myself here, even the site I'm doing now, we're just constantly struggling for labour and materials, to get materials at the right price, sort of thing. But I find that, say, people want help, but they need that little thing away from work.